Hello there, this is Craig, and this is another mindfulness video. The theme for this one is success and failure. So, failure and success are just mind concepts, they're just thoughts up here. I've failed can be very opinioned, opinionating of a certain situation, and it's not true. Failure and success aren't really real. So when you think about nature, if you think about trees or you think about wildlife, these sort of things, they don't have a sense of failing or succeeding. A tree grows, and it grows when it grows, and it needs lots of conditions in order for it to grow. It needs the sun, it needs the soil, it needs rain, but it's not analyzing any part of that growth. It's just growing when it grows. And it's not looking at the tree that's bigger next to it and going, I've failed, I'm a smaller tree than you. It just doesn't do that. It's only humans that compare and comment on our progress, you see. And if our progress isn't mapping out to an expectation that's in our mind of we should be able to do this or we're going to go and do this, and then if we're thwarted, then we feel a failure. Um, it's just not true. In the present moment, in mindfulness, in meditation, there is just now, there is just this moment. We're in a state. You could consider walking up a hill, and you're walking up a bit of the hill, and you're wanting to get to the top. So there's a future thought about getting to the top. I'm going to get to the top. If I get to the top, that will be a success. But you're kind of going up the hill and you feel suddenly you've got a stitch in your side, you feel heavy, you feel tired, so you sit. And so in that moment, you're sitting, nothing else is happening. You might then have thoughts of like, well, I don't know if I'm going to reach the top now. I'm failing. This is no good. So that comparison between where you are on the hill to your expected place, the top of the hill, there's a contradictory. It makes you feel something. So what does it make you feel? When you're sitting there, you're feeling tired, you're feeling heavy, you know. The more you think about I'm not going to make it, I'm such a failure, woe is me, you feel heavier. You feel like you're not in control or there's something else that's stopping you from living your life and being happy. But the truth of the matter is, these are just thoughts. Saying you're a failure is just a thought, it's not real. You can catch these things. If you're thinking you're a failure, then you're thinking that you're a failure. These are just thoughts. You can just go, okay, failure thoughts, off you go. So, in the instance of the hill, you could be sat there on the rock and you could be going, oh, let's just see. Here I am. I'm on the rock. I feel the rock. I'm aware of my tiredness. I'm aware that I'm feeling heavy. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to be with these moments here on the rock and just see what happens. And you might decide to carry on walking. You might get to the top of the hill, or you might decide to call it a day and go home. Either way is fine. Neither one is a success or a failure. You could actually say that by choosing not to go to the top of the hill, that's wisdom if you're feeling heavy and tired. Therefore, it's a success, right? Um, but success or failure, you can let go of those words. We're often trying to progress, the word progress as well. We're trying to get somewhere. We're always striving to improve, to become more successful. But actually, if you let go of that notion, because it's a future thought, and come back to now, tend to this moment. What's the best thing I can do in this moment? What's the kindest, compassionate thing I can do in this moment? It could be resting. It could be doing nothing. It could be just sitting. Each moment is geared to help you. So if you let go of all your thoughts and just be in the moment, awareness will help you. Awareness tends to guide you and move you and put you into where you need to be anyway. So then when you look back on your whole life, you sort of look at it with no regrets. You're just kind of like, well, awareness has led me to this moment. Everything that's happened in my life has led me to this moment to give you this video. So nothing that's happened in my past was a failure. It's just brought me to this level of understanding, this level of knowledge, this level of whatever I'm in. And I'm not comparing my level with anybody else. I'm on my own unique journey. But I am more in awareness. So awareness isn't a person who's worried and doubting themselves and thinking I'm a failure or I'm a success. None of that. There's no progress, there's no comparisons. There is just this moment. And if I tend to each moment, funnily enough, over a period of time, you do see that there has been progress. There's always progress because everything is changing all the time. It's only our mind that can interpret progress as good or bad, or failing or succeeding. So this video is just a very quick video to remind you that when you say you're failing, it's not true. Just as when you're saying you're succeeding, it's not true. You are just being who you are, doing what you're doing in any given moment. And that's completely okay. So don't beat yourself up and don't get upset with yourself and don't fight with yourself and don't compare yourself to others, because we're all on our own journey and you are exactly where you're meant to be with the wisdom and the information that you have available to you. So embrace now and accept where you are, be with who you are, and everything will work out for you. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you again in another video. Bye bye just now.